Why do some people walk away from years of unconditional devotion for the promise of a bigger bank account? We see this calculation play out when Varsha initiates a cold breakup with Shiva. She determines that his affection, while genuine, cannot purchase the lifestyle she wants, telling him love alone won't pay the bills. This creates transactional leverage. Varsha decides which currency matters most, choosing potential earnings over emotional availability. She justifies the split by listing Shiva's failures: lack of professional goals, reliance on friends for small expenses, and perceived lack of ambition. In this moment, Shiva has no move to make. He offers loyalty and devotion, but within Varsha's transactional worldview, those qualities have no market value. When a relationship becomes a balance sheet, the shared history between them disappears, replaced by a cold assessment of what they can provide for one another right now. Fast forward, and Varsha has what she wanted. She married into wealth and obtained the financial status she demanded during the breakup. But the transaction carried a steep cost. Her husband is physically abusive and openly unfaithful, viewing Varsha as an acquisition that must remain compliant in return for his support. She is trapped in a paradox. She has the financial safety net she insisted upon, but to get it, she sacrificed her emotional safety and her personal agency. When loyalty is leveraged for money without establishing mutual respect, the person who bought that loyalty begins to treat the partner like a depreciating asset. Shiva, meanwhile, has built a life characterized by independence rather than wealth. He makes a modest living as a cab driver, finding a sense of peace he didn't have before. One evening, he picks up a passenger who is deeply intoxicated and abrasive. As the man rambles about his wife being a burden and his own infidelities, he mirrors the exact environment Varsha is currently living in. The contrast is clear. Shiva is navigating city streets in a cramped taxi with a quiet conscience, while Varsha is living inside a wealthy estate defined by terror. Personal autonomy comes from self-reliance, not from attaching oneself to the perceived security of a higher earner. Their paths cross when Varsha enters Shiva's cab as a passenger. The power dynamic has shifted. Shiva is in the driver's seat, while Varsha is desperate and seeking an escape. She breaks down, confessing the horrors of her marriage and pleading for Shiva to take her back. She makes a final proposal. She will divorce her husband, take the alimony settlement, and use that money to fund a new life with Shiva. She is attempting to solve an emotional crisis with the exact financial logic that destroyed them initially. Shiva recognizes her mindset hasn't changed. Accepting this would restart the transactional cycle that left him broken. He rejects the money and the proposal, puts the